Good morning, Facebook. So I'm going to invite someone special to come on here with me. Let me figure that out. Okay, so I sent an invitation and hopefully he gets it. Okay, so it says it's adding. Hey, Ra Naman L. It says it's adding you. Hey, Ra, how are you?
Lesley, or may I say Oshunya?
Thank you.
I'm
And
claiming that name for you
mhm,
because you
mhm.
embody the waters. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. It just cut out for a second.
Okay, all right. Let me see. Okay, you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What's going on?
So, well, first I'll introduce myself and then you can introduce yourself. And we're going to get into the topic, which is healing erectile dysfunction. But we're also going to talk about how you healed yourself of hives and the flu. We'll actually get into that first before we get to the
Yeah,
erectile dysfunction. But for those of you who don't know me,
okay.
my name is Lesley Tavernier. I'm a love coach for feminine women, and I help women to relate happily with men and to enjoy men. And this is one of my partners.
And
I'm.
I
What are you gonna say?
and I am
Oh
Ra
yes.
Naman El, energy worker, meditation practitioner, martial artist at the Nagatent Temple.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
let's talk about you. You really surprised me. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't a surprise because I already know that you have lots of healing energy. But you said that
Uh,
you healed yourself of the flu and of hives just with like mind power or spiritual power. So tell us about that.
yeah.
How did you do that?
Okay. Well, first it started with let's start with the hives,
Okay.
I believe. The hives came from a I had a business partner not too long ago that I
Mm-hmm.
was doing business with,
Mm-hmm.
and broke it off because of other things.
Mm-hmm.
And the breaking off of that deal or whatever that was going on
Mm-hmm.
caused a reaction in me.
Wow.
Maybe it was anger, frustration, something to maybe that effect.
Mm-hmm.
But within that moment, my face started breaking out. Like my eyes was real puffy,
Mm-hmm.
cheeks was puffy. I wish I would have took a picture of it. And I'm glad that you doing this live stream so I can kind of save this as a study and a document
Mm.
of what happened. But my face got all puffy and there was spots all over it.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, what is going on? And me being a meditator, channeling energy, um, looking at my thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
being aware, and I was like, oh, that's where that came from.
Mm.
It came from that stressful incident.
Mm-hmm.
So at that moment, I knew exactly what to do. I just went in, shifted,
Mm-hmm.
and within 20 minutes, flat, face was like brand new.
So what we want to know is how did you shift it? What did you actually do?
uh, it's definitely an energy.
Hmm.
There's definitely an energy, Leslie. And I believe that when when a man and a woman
Mm-hmm.
immerse their energies together,
Mm-hmm.
that's a bond, an
Mm-hmm.
energetic bond, and that is a physical thing.
Yeah.
And until they both agree or disagree on the status of that union
Mm-hmm.
that they're in, they're bonded that way.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can say is energy,
Mm-hmm.
and the only way that I tapped into it is because my years in training and meditation
Mm-hmm.
and the martial arts,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and to shift that still
Mm-hmm.
training in the meditation,
Yeah.
because you have to be somewhere in your mind to be at a point where you can shift from one state to
Mm-hmm.
another.
Mm-hmm.
And these day and age, it's very hard to do,
Mm-hmm.
since everybody's all around, monkey brain,
Yeah.
got to do this, got to do that. They're everywhere. Um, Most definitely being in a very still, quiet place within yourself and learning to feel that energy and
Mm-hmm.
then shifting it
Mm-hmm.
at your will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was the hives
Yeah.
at that particular moment. Another moment was the um,
The flu.
the flu,
Yeah.
the flu. So, and it's funny because to me, what I felt,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like we already have it in you.
Yeah.
It's just triggered in certain ways. So how mine was triggered was that day I ate pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Bad no no, because of the starch,
Okay.
and it's a nice bed for bacteria to grow
Okay.
within you. And I was around bad energy that
Mm-hmm.
day. It was a group of people, not good. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it was something else. But needless to say, um, I got the flu just like that.
Mm-hmm.
My skin was sensitive to the touch. My joints was very achy,
Yeah.
very high feverish.
Yeah.
Um, so by feeling that, I got into a state of, oh, that's what that felt. I feel that. I felt the flu within me.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, feeling the flu, feeling energies like that, you learn through meditation. So in doing that, what came to me was, um, okay, I have to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into a state, start doing what I'm doing, and within 24 hours, no flu.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take any antibiotics.
Yeah.
I ain't take
No
um,
Buckley's, no
no
Tylenol.
buckleaf, no herbs,
Mm-hmm.
no nothing, no
Mm-hmm.
nothing,
Mm-hmm.
because everything is energy.
So do
And
you,
those two,
yeah,
yeah.
do you
What were you
teach
about to
your
say?
clients how to do this?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do. Um, it's very intense and
Mm-hmm.
very disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
but very doable.
Mm-hmm.
Very doable. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna scroll and see if there's any. Okay, nobody's asked any questions so far. I think they're waiting to hear about
Okay.
erectile dysfunction. What do you think, Karan?
Well, yeah, with
Mm-hmm.
erectile dysfunction, like I say, it's everything is energy.
Mm-hmm.
So when a man is experiencing erectile dysfunction, it could be a number of things. It can be
Mm-hmm.
psychological.
Yeah.
It can be he's not really energetically connected with the person, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where tantric come in. Tantric exercises and tantric rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and that plays a
Yeah.
part on the men as well as the women, as well as the women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lately I've been hearing from quite a few women about men not either not getting hard at all or,
Hmm.
maybe getting hard and then they start to have intercourse and then he just goes limp, but
Yeah.
mainly
Yeah.
the man is just not, even though like mentally, consciously, he wants to, or says that he wants to have intercourse with the woman. A lot of women are saying he's not getting hard or he's not staying hard, and so the intercourse either doesn't take place or doesn't finish. So is this something
Right.
that you've ever heard about?
Yeah. And there's a lot of factors in that. Like, of course, everything is energy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the energy part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, psychological,
Mm-hmm.
psychologically, that plays a big part,
Totally.
both men and women,
Yeah.
and physically.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men these days, hate to say, they're sitting around
Mm-hmm.
and they're not moving their
Yeah.
bodies. They're
Yeah.
not creating testosterone
Mm-hmm.
for them to get that
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah.
And
From
that's
from
what
what
the
I've heard from different people, the testosterone levels in men is at an all-time low. And,
right,
the evidence is all around us. Prostate cancer is at an all-time high in men in North
right,
America.
exactly,
And, not just prostate cancer,
exactly.
but testicular cancer, lymph node cancer. A lot of men have serious reproductive health issues, that show up
Wow.
in their penis and their prostate. And there's men that have only one testicle because they had to have their testicle removed due to cancer,
Yeah.
which then makes it even more challenging to get a full erection. So there's a lot going on
Wow.
health wise, but there's also a lot going on psychologically as well with men,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
women.
Emotions,
Hmm.
emotions, energy, and
Hmm.
motion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a
Everything
lot
is
of
energy.
a lot of us grew up with porn, where there's just like
Mm.
instantaneous stimulation of thousands and thousands and thousands of different people. And so, many of us, we have this psychological thing where if the person isn't brand new, if it's not something new and flashy, then it's hard to get turned on, it's hard to get an erection, it's hard to want to have intercourse. And so a lot of times when
Exactly.
people are, in a committed relationship, that's where they can start to run into these issues where, the drive just isn't there anymore. And you would
Right.
think this happens like
Exactly.
5, 10, 15 years down the road, but in some cases it's happening even within a few months. Less than a
Right.
year, the
Right.
man isn't able to have intercourse with his partner. So it's
Wow.
a major problem.
It is. It is. And it's not a quick fix
Mhm.
because we are so um we're so prone to these ways of living, instant gratification,
Hmm. Yeah.
a quick, easy
Yeah.
fix. In some cases, with a pill, it is, but in other
Hmm.
cases, there are ways that you can naturally heal yourself
Hmm.
from those things.
Hmm.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time, and it has to be a priority to you.
Hmm. Hmm.
It can't be
Hmm.
just yeah, it can't be just like a quick fix.
No, Viagra and Cialis, as popular as they are, they're not a
Big
permanent
business,
fix. They're
big
not a
business,
permanent fix. It is
big
big
business.
business, but it's not a permanent
Right.
fix. And then there's also, alcoholism and drug addiction, and
Mhm.
these are also affecting men's testosterone and libido and so on. So, a lot of healing is required. And,
Right.
and, what I say to a lot of my female clients is that, yeah, it may be frustrating that he can't just fuck you right then and there. But, since he's your partner, since you're committed to him, it's important to be willing to be his healer. And yes, that is going to
Right.
require patience. It is going to take time,
Yeah.
but he's the man that you say that you love, for better or for
Mm,
worse.
exactly. And she
For
chosen him
mhm,
for
correct.
whatever
You
reason.
chose him. You chose him. So even
So he
if
produced some type of value to her.
correct, correct. So,
Hmm.
I found that, I've been able to heal men of erectile dysfunction, and premature ejaculation without Viagra or Cialis. or any kind of
Right.
medication, just through my understanding of tantric healing, you know.
Exactly.
So, and being in the
Exactly.
feminine, and that can really do wonders for a man. It's important to
That
know.
is the wonder
It's important to
of the man.
know how to utilize sex for the purpose of healing, not just to have an
Mhm.
orgasm, not just for thrills, but for actual psychological, emotional, and physical healing.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree. I totally agree, Leslie. And you've done that many times I've
Hmm.
seen on even through online.
Hmm.
Um, there was a point where you healed a man. Um, I forget. I think he was one of your partners.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that was a long distance. We did the sexual energy exchange, long distance,
yeah,
because he was in New York, I was in Toronto, and he had
yeah.
sleep apnea. He told me that beforehand, that he was experiencing this, and he asked if I could help him sexually. So I said, okay,
Mm.
let's do that, and he was cured of it after one session. I think you froze.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah,
I'm back.
yeah, in one session. But he was really, really open to energy, so it was easy for me to work with him. It was extremely easy.
He was.
And yeah, it was resolved in one session.
Wow. See, it's energy,
Hmm. It is.
and the cool thing about it is energy. Everything is connected energetically
Hmm.
in this realm.
Hmm.
No matter if it's down the street or in another country,
Hmm.
in another state, or 20,000 light years away.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like I lost him, so I'm just going to wrap up here. If you would like to work with either Ranaman L or with myself, feel free to reach out to either one of us through the inbox. And, if you're struggling with any sexual dysfunction, be it male or female, erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, um, poor quality semen, or just not even knowing how to engage in foreplay, not knowing how to ask for what you want, not knowing how to give your partner what he wants, not knowing how to use sex for healing. If these are things that you want support in, then definitely feel free to reach out to either one of us or both of us. And yeah, I saw that you got cut off. So I'm just wrapping it up. Feel free to reach out to either one of us, and we can advise you on how to heal those things. And the one last thing that I'll say is that I'm not really focused on techniques per se. For me, it's really about the energy that the woman is embodying. That's what really makes the difference. If she's wanting him to have an erection or have intercourse with her or heal her or what have you, the feminine archetype that you're embodying during that act of lovemaking is what really makes the difference. That's what really makes the difference. And that's how I was able to heal men of erectile dysfunction and other illnesses. So feel free to reach out to either one of us. We're more than happy to support you. We're very knowledgeable. We're very experienced in this. And yeah, we'd love to help you. So thank you for listening. And please feel free to share with your family and friends. And we'll talk to you soon. Ciao.